Hello coders! This is part 2 of our Kaleidoscope tutorial. In part 1, we designed the user interface or UI of our Kaleidoscope app. And in part 2, we're going to start programming some code that will give our app some functionality. In the top right-hand corner of our App Inventor interface, we can see that we're currently in the designer view and we are about to switch to the blocks view. Please click that blocks button. Notice that the blocks view is very different. Let's take some time to get oriented. On the left side of the blocks view, we have a long list of different drawers that allow us to get blocks of code that will program different functionalities for different components. We see some familiar components here, including Canvas 1, button red, and the accelerometer sensor that we added to our app in part 1. Let's click on the Canvas 1 drawer. When we click on the Canvas 1 drawer, there is a long list of different blocks that we can use to give our canvas some functionality. We're going to look for the block at the top. This is called an event handler, and it's titled When Canvas 1 is Dragged. We're going to drag this event handler out onto our workspace. We call this an event handler because it handles events that happen to our tablet or mobile device. So in this case, when the user drags their finger across the canvas, we want that event to trigger something or cause something to happen with the app. Specifically, we want this event handler to draw a line or a curve when the user drags their finger across the canvas. To bring that functionality into our app, we're going to go back to the canvas drawer, clicking again, and scrolling down, we're going to look for this option, call canvas1.drawLine. We're going to now position this block inside of the event handler so that when a finger is dragged across the canvas, a line is drawn. To position the line, we're going to need some coordinates. The coordinates on an app are a lot like the coordinates on a plane in your algebra class. And we have several options here, all set up as local variables. We're going to hover over this previous x variable, and we're going to click and drag this previous x variable and plug it into the x1 socket. We're going to hover over this previous y variable and get the previous y and plug that into the y1 socket. Likewise, we're going to hover over current x, get the current x value and plug that into x2. And we're going to hover over the current y and get the current y and plug that into y2. So this block of code is now ready to draw a line on the canvas when the user drags their finger across. We are going to need some ways to clear that canvas though, so I'm going to come down to my accelerometer sensor. When I click on the accelerometer sensor, I get an entirely new list of options. And one of those options is an event handler that will handle the event of shaking my phone or tablet. When the user shakes my phone or tablet, I would like that to clear out my canvas so that I can draw a new kaleidoscope picture. In order to clear out the canvas, I'm going to come back to my canvas drawer. Clicking there, I'm going to find a block, call canvas1 clear. I'm going to plug that into my accelerometer event handler. And I think I'm now ready to test my app. It's not done yet, but it will allow me to check to see if it's functioning the way I want and help me plan my next steps. In order to connect to your app from MIT's website to your phone or tablet, we're going to need to use something called the MIT Companion app. The Companion app on your phone or tablet looks like this. It's the MIT AI2 companion icon. It's orange and kind of has this bumblebee shape on it. When you click on that icon, it will open up an app that looks like this. Once you have that screen open, you're going to want to click on the Legacy Connection checkbox and then click this blue Scan QR code button. This blue button will open up the camera on your phone or tablet and allow you to scan a QR code. To get that QR code, On your App Inventor website, you're going to come up here to this Connect option. On the Connect drop-down menu, there will be a AI Companion option, which you will click. And once you click that AI Companion, a QR code will pop up on your screen, and you'll be able to scan that QR code with your phone or tablet companion app. I'm going to connect my app in a slightly different way using an emulator, so I'm going to get that set up. And while I do, you can make sure that your app is loading on your phone or tablet. If you're having any trouble, please ask for some help. On the right side of my screen, you should now be able to see an emulator, and that emulator shows us the user interface of our app. You should see nearly the same user interface on your phone or tablet. Again, if you're having any trouble connecting your phone or tablet to MIT App Inventor, please pause the video and ask for some help. So right now with my current app and current code, I should be able to draw on my user interface, and I should be able to clear it by shaking my phone or tablet. However, notice that our buttons don't yet have any functionality. So if I draw on my user interface in black, and then I click my red button, I'm not able to draw in red or blue or green. So let's add some of that functionality in. I'm going to come over here on the left side of my user interface, and I'm going to click my button red. And inside of that drawer, I'm going to find a new event handler called when button red is clicked. I'm going to drag that out onto my workspace. When I click that button, I'm hoping to be able to change the paint color of my canvas to red. So I'm going to click on my canvas drawer now, and I'm going to scroll down and look for a way to change the paint color on my canvas. There's quite a few options to look through. Down here towards the bottom, I'll see this dark green block, and it says Set Canvas 1 Paint Color 2, and that's the block I need. I'm going to drag this green block out and into that new event handler when button red is clicked. Notice that there's a socket on the right-hand side that needs to be filled in. To do that, I'm going to come over to the left side of my interface, and I'm going to look in my colors drawer. And inside my colors drawer, I have quite a few options, including the red block I was looking for. I should now be able to click my red button, and I should be able to draw in red. To give a similar functionality in blue and green, I'm going to take a bit of a shortcut here. I'm going to right-click on this event handler when button red is clicked, and I'm going to duplicate this event handler and then drag it down on my workspace and make some small changes. Notice here that I have a drop-down menu. I can change this to button blue, and I can also click on this red block and change it to a blue. I can repeat this process by right-clicking on the event handler, duplicating, dragging it down, changing this to green, and changing my color block to match. And I should now have a functionality for all three buttons, red, blue, and green. Take a moment to test that functionality with your tablet. And if things are not working the way you expect, please ask for some help. This is the end of part 2. In part 3, we're going to add some code that's going to make our kaleidoscope much more interesting, and it will build in some symmetries into our canvas as we draw.